All right, so I finally finished this show called Solo Leveling. It's an anime. It's about this guy who he starts off like super weak in the beginning, and then he goes super strong near the end of the series, right? Because everybody's like this, they call them hunters, right? And each hunter has a certain ranking and ability level, right? And the main character, he's the weakest guy in the entire show, right? But then he goes through some crazy catastrophic event, and then he becomes super strong over the course of the episodes, and then everybody starts glazing him, right? And they start treating him like a celebrity. They start wanting to take pictures with him. He starts to go through a transformation. He starts to gain a lot more confidence. He starts to hold himself to a higher standard. He starts to actually act like he's that guy. He starts to carry himself in a way that's respectable, right? He has more confidence in himself. See, and the point I'm getting to is that in this show, it actually taught me a lot about identity shifting. You can see that Jun Sung, I can't really pronounce the main character's name, Jun Sung. What he taught me about identity shifting is that, once you shift your identity, people are gonna start to treat you differently, right? People are gonna treat you like you're him. They're gonna treat you like a celebrity, right? And in the show, it really shows that the way you carry yourself, the way you talk, and the confidence, all these things shift your identity, right? The show really taught me that, like, you have to let go of your old self if you really want to be respected by other people, not only by other people, but for you to respect yourself, right? And honestly, I think the one of the greatest ways to shift your identity, and I'm always preaching it all the time, is to get in shape, right? Like, you're gonna be a completely different person when you double the size of your biceps, you double the size of your chest, you gain 20 pounds of lean muscle. You're not gonna be the same guy. You're not gonna view yourself as the same guy, and other people are not gonna view you as the same guy, right? Like, it creates this, once you're able to make that transformation from skinny to jacked, obese to jacked, whatever the case may be for you, and you look yourself in the mirror and you see that transformation for yourself, you're gonna carry yourself differently. You're not gonna carry yourself like the way you did when you were that scrawny 165-pound kid. No, bro. Like, what if you double the size of your biceps and you're looking like Jack? You're mogging everybody, bro. Like, you're not gonna be the same guy. You're not gonna carry yourself the same guy. Your confidence level is gonna skyrocket, right? And if you need help doing that, hit that link in the description. I'm the guy for that, and we'll see if it makes sense to work together. Little shameless plug for those of you guys that need it. Make sure you like this video if you like it so far, and subscribe if you haven't already. It's kind of crazy if you haven't subscribed already. But anyways, what like I was saying before, is like in the show, you see that he makes this transformation, and he's constantly like improving himself. Like, he goes on these little missions and stuff, and he levels up his power level and all that stuff. And another key point I want to make here is that, in order to shift your identity, and this is something like I'm always talking about, recreating yourself into someone like Law 25, recreate yourself into a character that commands attention, that rewards the audience. You got to work on yourself like clay. That's what he did in the show. He was constantly molding himself, working on himself. Each episode, he's working on himself, building himself like clay. And that's what you got to do with your own life, right? Because, and that's another thing I'm noticing in myself right now, and like in my own journey of recreating myself. I've done the body game work, but one thing I've also realized in myself is that I need to act like the person that I want to become right now, so that I catch up to that person. You get what I'm saying? Right? So you need to have a vision of who you want to become, the version of yourself that you're recreating yourself into, right? And you want to start living how that person will live right now, right? So what does this person eat? What time do they get up at? How many times a week do they train? Right? Do they meditate? Do they have certain habits that they do in the morning? Do they have a certain night routine? You need to live like the person that you want to become right now. That is something I'm trying to adapt in my own life right now, right? Something I'm working on, like the version of myself, because I'm 25 years old right now. So the version of myself that I want to be at 30, what is he doing right now? So how do I integrate his life into mine? I need to become that person right now. That is one of the key to identity shifting or recreating yourself, whatever you want to call it. That is one of the keys. You need to live like the version of yourself that you want to become right now. And that is the thing that he's doing in this show, right? In this show, he's basically doing all the habits that he needs to do to become the man that he wants to be. He's constantly, each episode, he's constantly putting in work. He's constantly self-improving. He's relentless about it, right? And that's how you need to approach your own life, right? And yeah, that's really all I really had to say for today. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Book that one-on-one coaching call if you need help transforming your mindset. You need help transforming your physique. You're looking for an overall transformation. I'm gonna for that, and we'll see if it makes us work together, right? So hit that link in the description. Send this to someone who really needs to hear it. And remember, there's nothing enlightening about playing small. Catch you guys next video. See ya.